Hey, today we're going to cover an atomphoon variant that uses Absorb over Typhoon. It's a really fun deck to play. Uh, the pros of the deck is that it is really not as reliant on your crit rate, so even lower ranking players can have success with this. You build up some crazy amounts of SP to help overcome the loss of 30 seconds since the last update, and without Typhoon, the deck is more hack proof. Uh, Things that you're going to possibly struggle with is that the atomic dice is your only source of damage from dice. Having your blizzards offset is very crucial. Blizzard procs every 8 seconds. You don't want those all hitting at the same time. You need to be gradually slowing everything down, with one blizzard activating every few seconds apart. And this is a lot slower than the variants that use Phoon or Sacrifice. I think people should play this deck because they'll learn better resource management, if nothing else. It's great practice for lava field co-ops. Those really long wave pushes. You don't want to be 3 hours in and make a silly mistake. And you can get a good amount of consistent wins with this. Playing the deck early on, obviously we want to find an absorb and get our SP generation going. 2 or 3 pip absorb is great. The quicker you can get that to level 3, the better. You want to build your board using the rules of growth. And one blizzard is pretty good at the start for helping just to slow stuff down a little bit. By that first boss, 3 levels in the atom is good. If you can only get 2, that's okay. You're still going to survive it. During the second wave, we want to get the board filled. Definitely max our absorbs, and depending on our SP generation, we'll take atoms and blizzards to either level 4 or level 5. Don't try to force merge atoms on atoms to the outside. 4 pips around the border is a lot more than you're ever going to need to carry through this match. You see I got lucky and I had got that early 5 pip atom in that sweet spot, that top left corner, and that you're going to see just powerhouses me through most of this game. But at this point, the game's all about resource management and merging your dice. Things to remember: it's okay to just sit and save your SP if you don't need to do anything. If you're killing stuff, there's no if it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't mess with it. Night is your best friend. That's how we're going to get more pips on the outside. We're not going to try and force them. We're going to let night come through and flip us and give us growths and jokers, and we'll find our pips that way. One thing you can do before a night comes is if you have some lower stuff that's in the middle that can be pushed to the edges, by all means do that and just refill your board in. You'll have more than enough SP. Blizzards are, you have to get them offset against flow decks, and you need more of them on the board against flow decks. At least 4, because like I said, every 8 seconds. So if you can get them set, about 2 seconds apart, you get 4 or 5 of them on the board, they're going to continually be slowing everything down. They do max at 3 procs, but you're going to constantly be catching the new creeps that spawn against flow, and that will help you overcome them. Let your battlefield do the work for you. And absorb, the great thing about absorb is it doesn't take much real estate. It's one of those dice that you only need one of once you get 3 or more pips on it, and so the lower absorbs you get are just free merges, and you'll see me constantly merging them throughout the game here, like right here. Against other atomphoon decks, the more atoms you have along your edge than they do, you're gonna win. And a lot of people don't know this, but those 2 spots in the middle row, the left center and the right center, those will hit your bosses. So don't freak if you get like 4-pip atoms in there. I mean, it's not the best spot for them because they only are going to hit the bosses. But they can hit the bosses in 2 spots and using Blizzard. So they're going to get 3 or 4 tips in on the boss as opposed to just 1 or 2 if you weren't using Blizzard. But that's pretty much it. Enjoy the rest of this match. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check it out on Twitch.